Mr. President, you said that China has a moral engagement when it comes to human rights. What do you mean by that?
At the moment of the bid in Moscow in 2001, a senior member of the bid committee said that awarding the games to Beijing would advance the social agenda of China, including human rights. That is what I call a moral engagement.
Well, since China won the rights to host the Games back in 2001, have human rights improved here?
We believe there have been improvements. They are denied by others, but we believe there have been improvements.
But Amnesty International disagrees with you on that, and in fact, in a recent report, it says the Olympics have been a catalyst for a pre-Olympic crackdown, rounding up thousands of activists. Some have been sentenced to re-education through labour camps. What do you say to that?
Well, we are not going to enter into a dispute with Amnesty International. We respect Amnesty International very much. We have a different view. It is not the task of the International Olympic Committee to act in the place of sovereign governments or NGOs. We have flagged our desire to see the moral pledge being upheld. This is our duty, and we did that.
But back in 2001, the European Parliament passed a resolution which said the People's Republic of China clearly fails to uphold human, civil and political rights, including freedom of religion. The negative record and repression in Tibet and other places make it inappropriate to award the 2008 Games to Beijing. And in many ways, you could say that still applies today.
We knew, of course, there was a controversy on human rights. We are not naive, we are not blind. But we did the choice in the belief that the Games would open up China, and that is exactly what is happening now. You would not have the media attention to what happens in Tibet or China were it not that the Games will be organized in August here in Beijing. So we still believe that opening up the Games will change China's society. Maybe not today, but tomorrow and the day after tomorrow.
After all of the controversy, after all of the protests, especially recently with the Olympic torch relay, do you think the Olympic brand has been damaged?
No. Public opinion around the world still wants and cherishes the Games. If you look at the whole controversy about boycotts, if there is one thing that stands, is that the public is saying we do not want a boycott, because the boycott would only make innocent victims the athletes. The world still wants the Games to be held, and as good as possible.
Are you troubled that all of these world leaders are now having trouble finding time in their diaries to attend the opening ceremony?
I'm not troubled. It's their decision. We are definitely not going to intervene. We're definitely not going to push or to plead for their presence. If they want to come, fine. If they don't want to come, that's their decision.